Hello everybody. So today I'm going to be making a recipe that I got off of a girl from Instagram. It is a form of chicken enchiladas. I do add a few other ingredients to it myself, so I did load it into MyFitnessPal separately as well with my added ingredients. This is really super uber simple, and it freezes really well, so I wanted to share it with everybody. So I went ahead and started just because I like everybody to see what it looks like, as I throw it in the pan or pot and things like that, instead of just raw ingredients sitting out on the table. So this right here is literally chicken broth. So this is about 3 cups of chicken broth. You can use fresh chicken, but to make it easy on myself to where I don't have to try and shred it, I literally just use some canned chicken. I use 2 cans of chicken so that it's already a little bit shredded in here. It's awesome. It's still fresh. It's just the chicken that's in water. Just make sure that you're looking for chicken that doesn't have any other additives in it. This is about half a cup to a cup of tomato paste. And I also threw in some bell peppers in here. I'm also going to cut up some jalapenos, not very many because my husband doesn't like it, and toss in as well. The other thing that I'm doing back here is I'm boiling cabbage. This is just regular shredded cabbage that I got at the grocery store. I personally got the purple just because it was on sale. You can use any kind of cabbage that you want, and you're going to boil those for about 15 minutes. And then what we're going to do is this is going to be the bottom layer of our enchiladas going into the oven at 350. So a lot of people also ask me what kind of spices I like to use. I personally am a huge fan of Flavor God seasonings. I have the Taco Tuesday that I'm about to sprinkle over here. I just like these spices because there are no sugars in these spices. They are a little bit more expensive, yes, but to me it's worth it. I'm also going to sprinkle some everything spicy, just a little bit, because again, my husband's not a big fan of spicy, and he will be eating this. I'm also going to do a dash of ranch. Now, you heard it, ranch. And a very small dash of the chipotle. If you don't have these seasonings, that's perfectly okay. Toss some oregano, toss whatever you have in there just to make it a little bit spicy. Toss whatever you use, like chili powder, a little bit of cinnamon, things like that, just to make it taste a little bit more spicy. So I've added my jalapenos in, and you guys, it's going to boil like this for about, I would say, 15 minutes as well, so it's good to start your cabbage in this at the same time. When it starts out, it's going to be really thin like this down here. As you see, it's starting to thicken up. You want to remove it before it fully thickens and still has a little bit of this liquid to it, because it's going to continue to thicken as you cook it in the oven. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this over to my pan that I have my cabbage in, and I'm going to start my layers. I took my cabbage out. I went ahead and put it into this casserole dish. It is just the bottom layer on here. You can go ahead and salt and pepper this layer if you want to. If you don't like a lot of salt and pepper, then you don't have to. But all we're going to be doing is taking about half of the chicken mixture, and we're going to layer it on top of our cabbage. After we do this, we're going to sprinkle this layer with cheese, and then we're going to do another layer. So this is my first layer. All I'm doing, you can take any kind of cheese you want. Mozzarella is good. The Mexican mix is good. The taco season mix is good. You can grate your own cheese and put it on here, which I will actually be doing a little bit of that myself with this jalapeno cheese that's over here. But just get fun with the cheeses. Use whatever kind of cheese you like. Just make sure that you're accounting for it in your MyFitnessPal. I actually ran out of mozzarella. I have logged in my system as mozzarella with a little bit of the spicy pepper jack. So that's what, if you guys are logging that in MyFitnessPal, you will see. You can also add a little bit of cheddar if you want to. But just make sure that whatever cheeses you're using, that you're looking at the macros for that, and that you're logging that into your food tracker. So we will continue with our second layer. I'm doing just a little bit of cheddar, guys, because I like cheddar. I'm a big cheddar fan, and I'm almost out of it, so I'm just going to use the rest. Now we're going to move on and do our second layer, and we're going to top that with cheese again, and then we're going to place this in the oven at 350 for about half an hour. So this is what the finished casserole product will look like. As you can see, I have multiple layers in here. You can put onions in here, you can put extra vegetables in here. I even considered putting some zucchini in here, hiding it from my husband, trying to get him to eat it. Whatever you add, just make sure you add it in your tracker, as always. And we are at 350, and we're going to place this guy in here. And he's going to stay for about 30 minutes, and we're just really checking to make sure that the cheese is melted and everything's kind of bubbly together. If you had extra sauce, that's awesome. Drizzle the sauce over the top of the cheese. I didn't have any extra sauce today. I normally do, just because, as you can see, I'm trying to cook multiple things right now. So I'm not good with time management, but drizzle your extra sauce on the top. It actually tastes really good when you do that. When I pull this out later, I'm going to be dividing it into 6 different sections, and 2 of them will be for my husband and I to eat tonight, and the other 4 are going to go in the freezer. These do, in fact, freeze really, really well, and I top it later with a little bit of jalapeno on mine and sour cream, and just sour cream on his. So delicious, delicious, delicious. I hope this comes out for you guys really well, just like it does me. This is what the casserole will look like when you pop it out. Again, I'm going to be cutting this into 6 sections. You can kind of see here, here, and then straight down. Each one of these sections is considered 1 serving when you're looking at MyFitnessPal tracker that I've logged, okay? Again, follow me at Journey to Slim Jim. You can also look at all these YouTube videos. I try to put a video up of anything that I'm making. I usually try to make it at least once just to make sure that it's something that I actually like before I do a video. Next time I'll try and do a video on some of my banana nut muffins. I make them slightly differently this time than normal, just because there's not a lot of nuts on the top, because there's a lot of sugar. Well, not sugar, but swerve and nuts on the top. So I left that off this time because I'm trying to cut out some of my sugar substitutes. So look for more recipes. Bye, everybody.